Greetings everyone, Core here. It's time for another unboxing, and we're going to be unboxing the Stan Lee box, which I believe this is Stanley. This is Stanley box number 4, if I remember correctly. Let's go ahead and get into our split screen and open this up. And actually, there's a nice little. Oh, that's really nice. There's a. Let me show you this. It's in loving memory. Come on, camera, focus. It's not focusing too well. Of Stan Lee's wife, which I had talked about before in my Spider-Man Homecoming, of Joan B. Lee, which is his wife of, I believe it was about 60 something years. I don't think it says on here, but yeah, unfortunately she had passed away on July 6th. I believe she was recovering from a stroke, and unfortunately she did not recover fully. But it's nice to see this little in loving memory, which has a couple pictures of her and Stan Lee, when they first got together. And if you heard the stories about them, it's really such a good story. That originally he wasn't the original girl he was meant to see when his friends set him up, and he just fell in love right automatically from pretty much first love at first sight, which is great. But let's go ahead and get into the box. Let's see what's in here. First thing out of the box, which is a pillow. it's a it's an Excelsior pillow of Stan Lee, as like, so it's kind of like the Fonzie in a way. This is unique. I actually thought this was a shirt because it was on top, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool shirt. They usually throw a shirt in with these, but no, it's a pillow, which is it's a little throw pillow. It's kind of cool. Go ahead and put that up there and get back to the box. Let's see. So the theme for this one is summer love, which is suiting. Might be why there was a little delay on these guys when they were sending them out, but yeah, it just talks about the cameos, just everything, him and his wife. It's and then of course inside it shows what's inside, but that is really cool because I was interested to see what this box was gonna be themed, because last one was green, and this one summer love, which, I mean, unfortunately it makes sense, but it's so sad. But Stan is a strong man, and he seems to be doing very well. He was at San Diego Comic-Con this week. And first thing out of the box is Stan Lee's God Walk, which I believe it's a graphic novel, right? And like I said, I mean, they promoted these where usually 1 in 10 items are signed. Unfortunately, that's such a perfect spot to have a signature. Mine is not signed, but yeah, it's, what is this story about? Fraser Stan Lee, God Walk. It looks like it's a story of kind of like existence in a way. It goes through all these different stories. Huh. Interesting. Let's see. Does it have something here? It looks like it's a bunch of different stories. Huh. That's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna read that. Let's see. Next, it looks like our comics. The stickiness, which is cool because you get the stickers, which are always nice, which are colored to the theme, and nothing else in there. Put that down there. So first one is Secret Empire, Stan Lee. Which I've been reading Secret Empire. I believe I just got my latest issue. I'm a couple weeks behind, unfortunately, but that's just how it is when you do paid subscriptions. They usually come a little later. It's such a cool cover, because if you could see, right back there is the 75 years of Stan Lee book, which comes in a big old box, and it has the exact same cover. This one's just of course done up with Stan Lee in it, and of course you get the variant, which is the I guess the both variants, um, which is the black and white variant. Which I always like the black and whites. I don't know why I do like them more than the pencil because I just like the harsher tones. You know, that noir kind of look to them. It's really cool. These should have digital codes for them if for a bunch of comics, if not for this comic plus a bonus because Marvel has gone back to the comic you buy is the comic code you get plus an extra one, which is nice. That's how originally I thought it was gonna be, but yeah. So next out of the box is a glass. I actually thought this was another soda, uh, which it looks like it is a Stan Lee glass with. That's really nice. Let me put something behind it so you can see it a little bit better. Oh wait, there we go. It's of him, and I presume his wife Joanna, which is based on the cover from one of the Spider-Mans, which is really cool, really nice. I love it. I'm probably not even gonna use this just because it's such. That's the thing when you get certain cups and everything, they just kind of start falling apart as soon as you start washing them and everything. And so I'm definitely gonna try not to wash them. And we got socks, Dead Saki. Is there anything special about these socks? They look familiar. Okay, I'm gonna have to look in the little book to see why we got socks. Exclusive Dead Saki. Stan Lee socks. All summer love. What else could get us smelling better and make us willing to get all dressed up? Inspired by Spider-Man and going out on the town, these Dead Saki super soft dress socks are the perfect touch in those moments to impress or simply to get you in the mood for the upcoming Spidey blockbuster. One of a kind inside note in the sock cuff. Stan Lee is Dead Saki, and so are you. That's pretty cool. I was wondering, I was like, they look very familiar. It's like, well, yeah, it makes sense. Black, blue and red. So, there we go. It's got some sakis. And next is a bag. Oh yeah, this is the Stan Lee bag, I believe, that they did advertise on Facebook. They advertise a lot, but Facebook, of course, does cater to your likes, and I do like me some Stan Lee. And this is a big old tote bag. It's one of those kind of like the convention ones, not as big, but still pretty big. It has the shoulder straps, so you can actually wear it like a little backpack. But yeah, that's really cool. It's actually pretty. Oh, what? Oh, very cool. I was wondering. I was like, is it upside down? It's like, nope. It actually folds over, and it has exclusive Stan Lee box. That's cool. That's pretty cool. It actually looks like. I mean, that's classic tradition, Stan Lee. It looks like my. Actually, I have some posters that look like this is actually the picture that it was derived from. So that's really cool. I wonder who was the artist on this thing. Does it say? This bandage. Huh. It is the same artist as some posters I have of Stan Lee, which it's a funny story because the posters I have are pretty much his face. I probably have them on my Twitter or Facebook. If not, I'll put them up on my Twitter. It's his face, and then it has all his characters in it. I wonder if I even have a picture, but yeah. So I had taken the posters to go get them signed by Stan Lee at my local kind of like comic place. It's called Frankensons here in uh, City of Industry, and he really admired them, and I told him about him because it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, he most of the time when you go to these signings, he's just signing away, and he's just not paying attention, to anything just besides where to sign and stuff like that. And here we go. There's a picture of it. That's a colored one. I actually have two black and white versions, which those are more rare. Those are only 1 out of 10, and I have two. This one is 1 out of 50, and I have one as well. But yeah, as you could see here, he has signed it, and on one of the black and white ones, the first one that he did, there's actually an extra little dot because he thought it was just just a picture of himself like this, and instead it was he saw his characters in his face, and he took a moment and he had accidentally put an extra dot because he was going to sign it. So my poster has an extra dot from him because he was blown away pretty much, which is impressive. If you could find something unique, something that just like makes him admire it, that's worth everything. And he stopped, he held it up. All his people were like, "Man, did you do this?" And I was like, "I wish." And I told him about the artist. I told him his name was Raid71. He does a lot of Mondo art stuff, and that's how I got these posters. And they took pictures and everything like that. So it's really cool. I'm wondering if they actually tracked him down, and I'm pretty sure they would have had to commission him for this, but it's so cool. And actually, if you see the little dots are little hearts, which follows along with his summer love. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I'm gonna try to reach out to the artist, which is Raid71. What's his name? Chris Thornley. I wanna find out if I think it was about a year and a half ago or so. I had gone to get it signed. I want to see if that's how they got around to him, because that would be cool. I think that would be really cool for me. So next out of the box is our little Stan Lee fun fact, which fun fact, while I'm known for my superheroes, fans forget that one of my longest tentures was on a comic book called Millie the Model. I wrote the strip for about 15 years, and I remember after about 10 years, my publisher said, "Gee, Stan, don't you think you ought to stop doing these things? I don't want you to get stale." But I find that for me, the opposite is true. The more I do something, the easier it is to do. I wasn't running out of ideas because I knew the character, their motives, and the type of situations they would get into. The stories came naturally, which that is really cool. There you go. Focus, camera, life, and there we go. In case you want to pause and read that for yourself, but it's our fourth one so far, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what's next out of the box. Actually, there's no shirt in this box because I'm actually already on the bottom. Want more comics from Stan Lee? Introducing the Stan Lee comic book box, which is $19.99. I believe with shipping it's about like $24. I'm not sure if my code works for it, but I do have a referral code down below if you want to check it out. In case you want to get $5 off your first Stan Lee box, it also helps me out as well. And of course, here's some of the variants that they have for it, which is a Spider-Man Deadpool, Avengers, Secret Empire, and Iceman. Which the thing with the Stan Lee comic book box is that they're all variants with Stan Lee in them. So he's doing cameos on every single one. And there's not much left in the box. Oh, here it is. 10% off your 16 gigabyte Spider-Man USB flash drive. Offer valid only while supplies last. If you're not among the lucky recipient of 16 gigabyte Spider-Man USB drive, good news is you can still get one with 10% off. So apparently there is a little USB Spider-Man, which, yep, I did not get, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the box. I gotta say, it is a interesting box. For one, the pillow, which is actually I don't know why I have a thing for throw pillows too, for my couch and everything, which is pretty cool. I gotta say I kind of wish I had a shirt instead of this, but the pillow's pretty cool too. So I'll go ahead and put that with the rest of my other pillows, my Dodger pillows and everything. And if you're interested in the Spider-Man, clicking on there we go. If you're interested in getting one of these Spider-Man USBs, there is clicking on discount. You're 10% discount if you're among yeah. So if you're interested in one of these little guys, go ahead and check it out. Like I said, I was not a lucky one to get one, and I was not lucky enough to get anything signed. And here's the Stan Lee comic book box, which I'm thinking about getting, but I get so many comics as it is, so probably not. And if you're interested in reading any of this, hopefully my camera could focus enough so you guys could see. So I'm hoping the camera could read that enough. I am going to upload this in as high quality as I can. So hopefully you could see some of these great articles that they have, because it is a lot for me to read, and I am not the greatest reader at all. So actually we'll go ahead and go a little closer. Focus. Trying to. Sorry guys. There we go. My hands are a little bit shaky. Try to move it up little by little, so you guys can pause it and read it for yourself. But there you go. I gotta say, it's not as much stuff as the other ones, but it's still a good box. It's kind of the memory for Joanne. I mean they've had to have had this idea, in their head, and I mean it's bad I mean it's bad timing, but it's also perfect timing for how well it works out. So it is a sad thing, but can't get down. If Stan's not gonna get down, then we shouldn't either. But if you guys are interested in a Stan Lee box, I believe you could still order this box. I am definitely gonna check out this. I'm gonna try to get into contact with the artist and see if I actually helped them get this commission, because I don't think he was on their radar before, but we will see. And I'm definitely gonna check out this graphic novel, The God Walk, because apparently it seems to be pretty good. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about it at the Comic-Con information, everything that's been coming out. But yeah, if you guys are interested in a Stan Lee box, my referral link is down below. $5 off your first box, which pretty much almost pays for shipping, at least the taxes. And it'll help me out greatly if you guys do. And if not, in about another 8 weeks, I should have another unbox of these, so you can go and check out what you're missing. But next unboxing will probably be Marvel Collector Corps, and I believe that'll be in about a month or so. So that one is, I believe, the first appearance of Avengers. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you're interested in that at all. If not, I'll try to see maybe if I can find something else to unbox. So we shall see. But if you guys have any questions or anything like that, if I do get to 100 subs, I will probably have a contest and have all this extra junk that I don't want up for the context giveaway. So if you're interested, keep an eye out. Hopefully I get it. I'm definitely growing. I believe right now I am at 78, 79. So I actually gained 5 whole subs in the last week. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. If not, keep an eye on my Twitter. I'll definitely have those codes for whatever codes I get for the Secret War comics inside. Hopefully they are the first issue, which I believe they are. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye on my Twitter. I'll have one up later tonight after I upload this video, and then also have another one probably in a couple days. So keep an eye out for that. I usually tweet late at night because after work. But yeah, so till next time, guys. Later.